Spring is in the air, you guys, but soon it'll be burned off by the scorching heat of summertime. Now, if you're anything like me, you've been described as very indoorsy, unconscionably pale, and probably a ghost. And I've found that the best way to beat the heat and nurse your crippling popcorn addiction is to seek refuge in the local movie theater. So on today's episode of The Dan Cave, I'm gonna give you a preview of all the movies you need to see this summer. Captain America: Civil War. On May 6th, the summer blockbuster season begins in earnest with Cap's latest outing. Now you're probably already gonna see Civil War, so I'll just say that it expertly blends the grit and drama of Winter Soldier with the scope and scale of Age of Ultron, and somehow manages to do it better than both combined. Spider-Man, Black Panther, and Zemo all delight in this epic movie that demands to be seen. Also, Team Cap or GTFO, am I right? Seriously, get out. High Rise. It's rich versus poor in this story of life in a high-rise tower. The lower classes live down below, the upper classes live in sweet-ass penthouses, and like all good class conflict stories, this one devolves into utter anarchy with residents descending into tribal behavior and murdering with seemingly reckless abandon. Except this one has the crucial X factor of Tom Hiddleston. That's right, Hiddles McGriddles in the flesh. The Nice Guys. While I would watch damn near anything that Shane Black does, I'm particularly excited for The Nice Guys, a crime thriller set in 1970s LA, but a hard-luck private eye played by Ryan Gosling, who teams up with a mercenary played by Russell Crowe to find a missing girl. I forgot to write a punchline there. If the movie's that good, I just want to see it. I forgot to write a joke. Jesus. X-Men Apocalypse. Look, did all of Days of Future Past make sense? No, it did not. But am I unreasonably hyped to see the X-Men fight Apocalypse on the big screen? You bet your mutant ass I am. Popstar: Never Stop, Never Stopping. If you combined the deep silliness and trenchant satire of This Is Spinal Tap with the so dumb it's brilliant sensibility of Hot Rod, you'd get this movie. And if nothing else, it'll have some catchy ass songs to go with it. But honestly, the real reason I'm excited is because Kyle Hill is in the trailer. Look at him. Look, that's Kyle. It has to be. Tweet at him about it. Tweet at him at Sci-File. Ask him about his cameo. Warcraft. Directed by Duncan Jones, the film follows the first encounter between orc and humans, which understandably leads to epic bloodshed. And make sure you stick around for the post-credit scene for a shot-for-shot recreation of this.
Let's do this. Leroy Jenkins!
God, American hero. Finding Dory. Just keep swimming, just keep swimming, just keep swimming in a giant pool of money. That's exactly what Disney will do when the Pixar sequel to 2003's Finding Nemo hits theaters. This time, though, it's Dory who needs to reunite with her family, and it looks absolutely adorable, so go ahead, indulge your inner child. Please go see this movie. Ellen DeGeneres really needs your help. Swiss Army Man. Sometimes you just want to go see a movie about Paul Dano riding Daniel Radcliffe's farting corpse like a jet ski. Then that movie turns out to be a shockingly heartfelt story about love, life, and friendship. But it's also one that uses Harry Potter's dead body like a grappling hook, a water pump, and a bolt-action rifle. You know, that old chestnut. That weird, corpse-defiling chestnut. Independence Day Resurgence. Look, it may not have Will Smith, but it has something better. Jeff Goldblum. And the return of the greatest president in cinema history. Come on, like you don't want to see how they'll one up exploding the White House. Don't lie to me. The BFG. It's been too damn long since we've had a Roald Dahl book adapted into a movie, and this one looks like it will deliver the goods. Now here's a sad but fun fact. At one point, Robin Williams was actually going to voice the Giant. While Mark Rylance is going to be great, I can't help but wish I had a portal to the Earth where that version exists. Ugh. But hey, Roald Dahl. Ghostbusters. Here's the thing. I have never, and I mean never, seen as much vitriol online as I have around the new Ghostbusters. Here's the other thing. I don't care. I'm a fan of Paul Feig's comedies and this cast. You know what? Bustin' makes me feel good. And I hope it'll make you feel good this July. And if not, drown your sorrows in Ecto Cooler. Everybody wins. Star Trek Beyond. It may not have Benedict Cumberbatch or a baffling subtitle, but Star Trek Beyond has something even better. Simon Pegg writing it. That's right, this time around they beamed up Scotty to pen the script with Doug Young, and that is what has me really amped to see this movie. Well, I mean that and like Idris Elba as the villain, because come on, that's brilliant. Did you see him in Zootopia? He's terrifying. Sorry, I meant Jungle Book. He's nice in Zootopia, he's terrifying in Jungle Book. 2 Disney animals in too short of a span, you know what I'm talking about. Suicide Squad. Now, whatever you thought of Batman v Superman aside, I think we can all get excited for Suicide Squad. The DCEU expands with a movie about a bunch of supervillains sent on a suicide mission for the greater good of the world as we know it. Call it their Guardians of the Galaxy, call it David Ayer's Hot Topic fueled fan fiction, but most importantly, just go see it. Don't you want to know what resulted from Jared Leto sending anal beads and used condoms to his co-stars? I sure as hell do. Is Jared Leto just a crazy person? Yeah, but he's a crazy person with an Oscar. And now he's the Joker. Sausage Party. Finally, oh god, finally you guys, an R-rated animated movie about sentient anthropomorphic meat tubes. The basic premise is that food at the supermarket think being bought is like ascending to a higher plane of existence. However, when they learn they're gonna be taken home, butchered, and eaten, things take a dark turn as our protein-packed protagonists must try and escape their fate to warn their friends before dinner. You guys need to put this meat in your eye holes. Please do not make that the official tagline. Kubo and the Two Strings. This gorgeously animated film from Laika takes place in ancient Japan, where a young boy named Kubo cares for his mother in his village. However, when a vengeful spirit reignites an ancient vendetta, Kubo finds himself suddenly chased by gods and monsters all across the countryside, and the only way to survive is to find a suit of samurai armor belonging to his dearly departed father. Kubo and the Two Strings, huh? Why'd you call it Japanese Guitar Hero? Alright, I'll see ya. But that is just a fraction of the cinematic coolness coming your way this summer, guys. So tell me, what are you most excited to see? Let me know in the comments below, and while you're there, give me a burning hot thumbs up. That's hot. That's all for today's show. Thanks for watching, and be sure to come back next week when we talk about the terrifying true story of how Steve Rogers abandons the Avengers for a bunch of neo-Nazis with incredible mutant powers that they used to compete in NASCAR in Captain American History X-Men Days of Thunder. Until next time, keep on digging. Let's open up the old mailbag, shall we? @AllRealMonsters asks, what's your favorite type of Mexican dessert? I presume you mean dessert, which would be arroz con leche, but you wrote desert, so my answer is Yuma. @KrailBD asks, what's the deal with pepperoni? I ain't never seen them, Pep. First of all, what? Second of all, it's an American creation. That's the deal with them, Pep. The word pepperoni is a bastardization of the Italian word for large peppers, which is something like pepperone. It first dates back to 1919. That's when the first reference appeared in print. So just open your eyes, friend, because a world of flavor awaits you. Now, this next question comes from a whole bunch of you guys. I've been asked whether or not I'm Team Cap or Team Iron Man. I mentioned earlier in the episode that I'm Team Cap. I actually voted online, and I voted with my heart. And this is what happened.
Mr. Dan Casey, that was a very Nerdist choice.
Seems like you've been doing a lot of thinking in your Dan cave. Nicely done.
Holy shit, you guys! Holy shit, that's awesome! What team are you guys on? Let me know in the comments below, and I'll see you guys next time.